Hello, everyone. You should be able to hear us, I hope. This kind of got started very quickly. Welcome back to the Link to the Past Randomizer Engine Shuffle Tournament. Ack, are you with us?
I am here. I'm Ack the Boker, commentating.
No, I'm Basley. And I have missed those first couple of things we checked.
It looks like we found an early Mimic Cave.
Nice.
Which happens to be in Blind. Not the typical location. We are doing full shuffle for this, so things might be a little crazy. It looks like Hera was next door. Oh, wow, that's a fantastic item in the Sanctuary there. Quarter Magic, which...
Very nice. Quarter, damn.
Yeah, that's hard to find these days, because I do believe it's been taken out of the current logic.
It's only in easy now. So it's out of normal mode, yeah.
Are you saying these runners are playing on easy mode, Bosley?
I'm not saying that. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I'm not saying that.
No, this is full shuffle mode. It's even with quarter magic. It's
nothing. Still, definitely not easy. But yeah, this is I believe this is round 3 losers bracket.
Yes.
Yeah, losers round 3 match.
Ooh, one of the water caves there, Fat Fairy Cave, had hammer. So we have an early glove, early hammer. You find that Twin Pearl anytime soon, and you basically have the whole map to deck. Looks like both our runners are doing pretty close to the same route right now, though. Yeah, literally just a step behind is Andy.
Okay, I've been trying to take better notes, but this started suddenly without us. We saw some dungeons already, though. Yes.
Yeah, we have Hera. Hera was next to Blind's hut. That's the only one I've seen so far. Looks like we found Chicken House, but our runners do not have any bombs. They found a shop, but they don't have the money.
And I think in vanilla, the house next to Blind's hut is technically Sahasrarla's house. He just isn't there in the game.
Yes.
I think he lives there though. I think they send you to that house to find him.
Oh, all right. You'll be able to got his hammer, so you can take out this Mimic Cave. Both the runners are. Little hammer high five. Rewarded with a quack.
Could be important. You never know.
I mean, even if it's, I think typically the medallions might lose a little bit of weight as far as entrances go, but just having the utility, because sometimes finding a weapon might be a little bit more difficult, it's nice to have. And with quarter magic, you could cast Quack for quite some time if he happens to find his sword.
Now, I don't think I've ever thought of Quake as good utility, but without a sword, sure.
There's some things it can help you out with. Ooh, there's a hype cave, but again, we're still lacking on the bombs, and that hype cave is over in the fortune teller south of the forest. Andy looks like he's gonna kill some guys. He really wants those bombs, and I don't blame him. It's
and I guess they do have at least some sort of weapon in the hammer.
Yes,
it's good to have.
It's a great weapon. It's just a tempered sword that doesn't work very well north to south.
Yeah, just a small tempered sword.
Bush Crab going ahead and giving 20 rupees a tick there. That'll be really nice. At least he has an option to go purchase some bombs and get back to some of these caves. I think he's got 5 chests locked in bombs right now, so that's substantial.
And we have Ganon at Lumberjack. Which means it required Aga.
And required boots. Taking notes there? That's wise.
I'm trying to. Now, I did recently do a full shuffle and decided not to take notes. That was fun.
Hope you have a good memory. Alright. BadmoonZ ran into a shop up in the forest there. He's finally got his bombs. Imagine he'll pull this crab too, and
Yeah, more rupees.
yeah, it's nice. What's over on the race game here? Single green rupee? I mean, he does need bombs, but I don't know if it's worth it that much.
Every rupee counts, Zach. Every rupee counts.
Okay.
Magic bat.
Yeah, bat cave hanging out in the forest. Makes sense. You'd think a bat would live in the forest, maybe.
Yeah, you would think so, and not creepily under the blacksmith's house.
It's either that or an expensive manor.
Yeah. Andy's seeing his hype cave that he can't get into right now.
It's like BadmoonZ will be following right behind him though, and he's got bombs this time.
Oh, I'm excited to see what we get in here.
Hey, bombs!
There's the bombs we needed to open the cave in the first.
And money that he was looking for, but he did get a book.
Hey, the book that could do something.
That's an entrance, and an entrance is huge. An entrance, two tablets, and you could check what's on the pedestal. Though, is pretty unlikely to find something on the pedestal on a full shuffle seed.
As much as we would all like for them to. Oh, and now we can safely hop into holes. We know where Ganon is. Don't have to worry about hopping down. And we have escape.
Yep. Yeah, and he knew this was going to be a sanctuary.
I already hopped down here, didn't he? Yeah.
Ooh, another medallion.
Oh, nice. Two medallions, quarter magic, no sword though to cast them with.
Yeah, he's got all this magic and no way to use it yet.
Just a bomb upgrade from Bottle Vendor. Oh, right, I always forget about this entrance.
It's fairies. Not terribly useful, but could be. And Andy is going ahead and hopping in the most forgotten entrance in entrance shuffle.
And it's a Hoshula's house.
Probably not a bad idea to see where this ends you up. Yeah, this put him over at the
Brings you to desert.
So you can check what's in this entrance, and he also has an item over there in the ledge as well.
So he's not going to that dark cave. I'm guessing it's not one of the... Oh, vanilla heart piece. Guessing it's not one of the common... Like, if it were something like Old Man Cave, usually we do that one.
There is a chance it could have been Old Man Cave. It would have had to have been the front entrance, because the back entrance obviously has to dump you out somewhere in Death Mountain. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you could find out which one it is just by holding forward, and if you hop down, then it would be the front entrance. Else it's either going to be the back of...
Oh, we have a sword.
Nice! Oh, okay, and it was hidden by the bombs as well. Wow.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
We found Uncle. Uncle has flippers this time.
He has flippers.
They're most certainly getting a lot of utility to start here. I imagine the routing's gonna probably be very different for each players because they really do have a lot available to them right now, especially if that pearl happens to pop up somewhere.
True. What was down here? Did they hop down? Oh, they didn't. They went in the front, but yeah. Yeah, we saw them kind of both in the same general area, and now they've gone off in totally different directions. But we also know that Andy's got there's a lot of items behind bombs that he can go back and get now that he has a bunch.
I think, yeah, a book and a sword. About to say that too. Bad Moon's got his bombos over in Sanctuary.
Yes. The wrong side of Ice Cave there. Oh, and it looks like, yeah, Andy's gonna be doing that catch-up that I was just talking about.
Yeah, not necessarily catch-up, just, you know, a little bit of a different routing since he went over to the Witch's Hut. As far as drop-downs go, too, I think Kakariko Well is still at large. I think the only place that it could be is either be a standard escape drop-down, or if it's not there, then it has to be, unfortunately, the Pyramid.
The Pyramid, yeah. We had the entrance to Brother's house was vanilla, but pops out over in desert.
Was that the Brothers? Okay, that's racing.
Yeah.
I've unfortunately been playing too much entrance shuffle that I've lost all association with vanilla entrances anymore. Scrambled my brain.
Entrance shuffle does that to you.
I think BadmoonZ, he's got the book. He might as well just go ahead and pop in and see what this entrance is.
Yep.
There's no quick shuffle this match, and Andy's going to be hopping into Hera. I think that's a great decision as well.
Yeah, it's quite a few potential items. I'm interested to see if we'll have another dungeon-full Death Mountain, although we just got another one here.
That's the front of Skull Woodsy.
I believe that was...
Took a death there, but not a big deal. It just cost him a couple seconds and a few steps backwards. I think Andy already found one item in Hera, which was only 20 rupees, so...
Yeah.
I'm not sure which game audio we have right now.
Oh, that's true, yeah. I think we have BadmoonZ.
Yes, it is BadmoonZ. Okay, so we know Skull Woods is going to be a crystal. Need an audio check on Andy to see if that's either a pendant or a crystal that Hera is.
Yeah, and I don't know if we heard it earlier. Oh.
Ah, that would be that sounds pretty pendant to me.
Yep.
And it's also the green pendant.
That's been confirmed, yes. Ah, the Nothing House right there. Well, one of the many Nothing Houses.
So both items cleared out, but he does have a hammer, and you never know if you might need that green pendant or not. And honestly, you're not gonna know because you gotta still find Shiracha to turn it in, and he could be anywhere.
He could be anywhere. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, and that means finding him also just maximizes that.
Yeah.
You know.
Who knows how far
you get the 3 chests, you check him, and you're done.
Definitely nothing wrong with that play.
Yeah, you don't have to go searching for Sahashala again if you decide to get the green pendant later.
There we go. Ooh, Master Sword from
Master Sword.
Big Bomb Fairy.
You can finally cast those spells.
Oh, you can cast the spells with any sword.
Oh, can you use Fighter Sword? I thought you had to have Master or higher.
You need Master Sword to check the tablets, but you can definitely use any medallion with just any sword.
Oh.
Which Andy has now picked up. BadmoonZ doing well, doing his due diligence to collect his money because he is heading that way towards Zora, and he doesn't have the flippers because those were from Uncle.
Yeah.
But I think he might know a couple tricks to.
I think he'll manage to get there. I think he can work his way up there. I mean, oh, and we got the dam.
Ooh. There's a mushroom too.
And not too bad of a spot. You can just run right back over, see what that item is in there, if you decide that's the best path to take.
Well, he has to figure out where the potion shop is, but what's actually kind of nice for BadmoonZ finding the mushroom at this point is because he actually hasn't been to the witch's hut yet, so he doesn't necessarily have to backtrack to turn that in. Whereas Andy will have to, because I do believe he's already scouted that area.
He did, yeah. Yeah, and as you already said, he's going to be heading to Zora anyway, so he's specifically heading to that area unless he dies. But I'm sure he'll still go that way if he dies.
Be a little careful here not to get crabbed on his way over.
Oh, or Octorocked.
Ooh.
Which I didn't realize how good that would sound until I said it. But
Octorocked.
Octorocked.
No, I like that, actually. I'm before that. Octorocked doing damage on Andy's side as well. That's alright, though. He needed to check the damn item anyways. Maybe if he finds the boots here, he made it quicker, so
exactly.
It could have been planned.
Oh, Moon Pearl. Nice.
So, BadmoonZ took an intentional death to get his Moon Pearl just a little bit early.
Is that how we're framing that?
I'm gonna do my best here.
We're gonna claim that's what happened?
I'm okay with it. On the better side of things.
I'm okay with it.
The opts to immediately go into the Dark World. Alright.
Yeah, check a bunch of places, here. Maybe find the mirror, and then just start double checking things. Makes sense.
We had a pendant at Thieves Town, and Turtle Rock was Crystal 6. That's about as far as I got. I didn't see any other pendants. That makes me think either, I guess Desert is the other
Swamp.
pendant?
Apparently Swamp is a pendant, and Turtle Rock is Crystal 6. I think Tower of Hero was the only... Oh, no. Desert is a pendant, apparently, as well. Okay.
Or maybe Swamp was a pendant. That was a pretty quick map check they did there.
Yeah. And he's got his Moon Pearl, too. Oh, the,
Ooh. That's a great find right there. I'm a firm believer in whoever finds the mirror first wins the match.
He can't pick it up though.
But he knows
he's on the wrong side.
He at least has the knowledge to know that that mirror is going to be somewhere in a multi-entrance cave in the Dark World. Granted,
Fair.
like it could be super difficult to find, but he knows it's there. Like it could be the last thing they find for all we know.
And I was just talking about how finding the mirror would be great right now.
Yeah, he would love to have it being in the dark.
And the game just taunts him with it instead. Here it is, but you can't get it yet.
Yeah, I don't think you can bomb jump that way. I know you can do it going the other way, but yeah, I don't know how to do either of them, so... Alright, just gonna go ahead and pop into Skull Woods. Not a bad play here. He already knows where the boss is, and he's got to come in here and get his key anyways. Ooh. We take another death up in the shopping mall is claiming lives today.
Yep. I know I personally always forget how much damage those crabs do. They start you off at 2 hearts with the
word in chat. He got Octorocked as well. That Octorock is on a double kill.
That Octorock is on a mission today.
He might be promoted to a mini boss in Ocarina of Time.
Maybe.
There's one item in Skullwoods. I don't know if I've seen another. Fortunately for...
Oops,
Go
sorry.
ahead, sorry.
No, I was just reading, so you go. You sounded like you were going to say something insightful.
Maybe. Probably never. But fortunately for BadmoonZ, he did get dumped off into Skullwoods, but it's not a dead end because he did get put on the one where he has an exit out. Sometimes you can get kind of bricked over here where you have to either mirror or save and quit out because,
right.
Yeah.
Also, Flag Rama with the Twitch Prime subscription telling us beware the Octoroks. Yes, beware the Octoroks indeed.
He's been here for 5 months. That's a lot of wisdom. Oh, nothing good from the hobo? So some on-the-fly routing for BadmoonZ. Again, I don't think he quite wanted to get pushed over here, but while you're here, you might as well check some things.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, he came out the front of Skullwoods and couldn't reopen it, but we have the... he was about to whip on the mushroom and then went, no, not the right spot for that, but...
Well, unfortunately, he didn't turn it in first, but he knows where it's at, though, and at least it's not in a terribly difficult place to find.
Especially not once you grab the flute, that's just flute to 2, flute to 3.
Well, he's in the Dark World, so...
Well, I mean after. You know what I mean.
Gotcha.
When they have a flute and can switch to Light World.
Flute, this guy.
I know you can't flute the Dark World act. Come on.
Oh, let's just be happy if you get a flute. Typically, that's a kind of I'd say a rare item to find in Full Shuffle as well. Just because, I mean, it's also a very uncommon to be required item. Also,
that's true. Yeah.
Not too terribly uncommon, but you can definitely do runs without it. What do you think King Zor's going to have for us?
Just 10 arrows.
Well, we found Blind's hut. He just moved to the Dark World. A little south.
Yep.
Ooh, a shovel.
Could be something. Could be something.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Fire rod.
If he'd only found that prior, he would have been able to go back the way he was forced to coming, but, I mean, at least he's making progress. And then finding the shovel, too. It's always a kick in the face to find all the items in the Dark World that you need to use in the Light World when you can't get there. And you know where the mirror is at, but you can't get it.
Especially when the game was like, I bet you really want this mirror, but too bad.
Ooh, and there's Hyrule Castle.
Which is nice because you can check some entrances here. I mean, where they come out. I guess she can check some exits is the phrasing I should go with.
That's all perspective, right?
Yeah.
Thieves' Castle. Yeah, I like that. Steve's Castle, actually.
Steve's Castle.
I like that even better.
I mean, that's removing us a bit from anything, but I love it. Don't know who Steve is, but...
Well, Steve's Town. I don't understand it either, but it was a meme, so I'll roll with it.
Oh, Steve's Town, of course. Yes, that is the thing that people said, isn't it? It's hard to keep up with the memes. We've got a lot of them.
That's true. Oh, nothing from Sea House, and I haven't seen too much in Steve's Castle yet. A burrito.
And he's about to see his mirror as well.
I wish I could get that.
He decides not to take the other exit. Which I think makes sense because you can't get back from that one.
Yes.
You certainly can't get back from it if the other end is Skullwoods and you don't have Fire Rod.
I don't know, it's not the... Yeah, there's a double-edged sword there. Like, if that entrance would have dumped him off, like, somewhere in Dark Death Mountain, then you, I guess, could, in theory, have a good chance of, you know, popping into its actual entrance and then getting the mirror outright, but or you could just get locked out of somewhere where you can never return, which
yeah.
Not only did BadmoonZ not be able to go back up, but he also couldn't even like get into the entrance to not go back up. It was double blocked out.
We just got Ether from Flute Boy.
Oh, it's all the gold coins, so
yeah.
If we were just doing a medallion run, Andy has won. BadmoonZ taking a death warp. Probably really wants to check those back entrances. Mind the phrasing.
Don't worry about the phrasing, Ak. It's fine. Say what you mean.
I've been so excited. I haven't been plotting out these entrances just to help us out in the later here. I think I remember them still.
I've only been writing down where dungeons are. So... Mature stream. Mature stream up in here.
Alright, we're on the floating island.
I got it.
I don't think anyone's been to Light World Death Mountain. Ooh, this is a fantastic find.
Now, I've only had that mirror while we were sitting on the island, but there might not be anything there anyway, so it's fine.
It's still a great find to get it this early. It could have been anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And now he has access to Light World Death Mountain in an unusual fashion to get it. Who'd think you'd have to go to the floating island in the Dark World to hop down to go in a cave to get the mirror to mirror out.
And we've got the
Paradox.
Do we have a name for this?
I've heard Paradox Cave. I didn't quite understand it, but it's been very popular. Ooh.
Bow and Bugnet.
Bow and Bugnet.
I guess, yeah, 7 Chest Cave makes sense.
I like 7 Chest Cave.
I would love to know why it's called Paradox Cave, if anybody wants to fill us in on that.
So 2 nice items just from 2 chests. What are we going to have in these 5? A lamp?
The lamp.
Shield?
I thought that item wasn't in this tournament. Oh, silver.
And silvers.
Silvers, bow and silvers.
Ooh, that's you enter low, you fall, and you come out higher.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, and he comes out here so he can check. He can use his mirror to pop into what is normally a Mimic Cave and is now King's Tomb?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to find those in tandem. That saves a lot of backtracking here, too. He also has the option, he can check what's in this cave, which is also rather isolated, which is the back entrance of Turtle Rock. And then if he doesn't want to do that, he can mirror here and he checks Spiral Cave too without wasting a hop. It's very efficient. It's great routing.
Oh, and
which is Eastern.
We have Eastern. Right. Nice. Maybe he'll get something that will encourage him to at least check the laser bridge, but I know it's quite daunting with, what are they at, 8 hearts in green mail?
Yeah, that's a little lacking.
I don't even know what to note these as. T-Rock, vanilla-ish. And,
You're doing great.
Definitely, that would, if I were racing, I would definitely remember that. I wouldn't forget that at all, I swear.
Vanilla-ish, where's that at?
Solid note taking.
Like BadmoonZ is just pretty happy right now. He stumbled upon Eastern, like literally finding the bow and silver arrows and the lamp, like
right before
he went in. It's like, oh, okay, you know what? If you want me to go here, by all means. Andy getting his 5 rupees from the bomb jump. Basically, net neutral there for the typical price of a bomb to get over there.
Yep.
I think that's just one item so far in Eastern, which is 50 rupees. But it is one of the big bomb crystals. Turtle Rock being the other one, though, so...
Oh, interesting. Yeah. The first and last dungeons.
Yeah.
In vanilla.
Surprisingly enough, though, they both have somewhat, even though had so many options available, they seem to be doing somewhat of the same typical routing decisions. There should be an item here. Oh, no, that's right. No. The big key. And then I think the next 2 are items.
Yeah, we already have mapping compass.
Oh, chat suggests AA missed the graveyard ledge cave, which happened to be in the treasure chest location game, which was something I was curious about because I was like, I don't remember seeing that one, but sometimes I do miss something. So Andy will be doing his escape. Really wasn't
I was gonna say, did
much profit there. I don't recall anything. And then he'll get to check his back doors if he opts to Death Warp and do that. Or he might just Death Warp and continue his south route through the single caves in Stevestown. That anomalous fight coming up shouldn't be too rough with Silvers.
Silvers, definitely not, yeah.
It's the best way to fight him.
Assuming he doesn't miss and run out of arrows. It's fine, you could use the sword.
He's doing just fine. It's like the only rewards he got out of it was, I mean, the illustrious crystal, but outside of that, it looked like it was just rupees, but...
Yeah.
It's in a pretty inconvenient spot, so at least it's taken out of the way. You won't have to backtrack to get there again.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for that drop, having to go back would have been kind of crappy.
Okay. I think he's just going to opt to hop down here and check some more of Death Mountain, which he hasn't done. I'm really surprised by not opting to check those 4 chests on Laser Bridge, though. Looks like that was Meyer right below Eastern.
We've got Meyer just below Eastern. Oh, looks like Andy's taking that Death Warp.
Yes. Oop, alright, we can turn in that... Actually, just kidding. BadmoonZ did not...
He didn't get the green pendant.
That was Andy.
This was also... Yeah, right, he's still over in Death Mountain. Was that our first bottle?
That was the first one I remember seeing.
Oh, I'm so curious what Safasrala has.
Oh, and there's Desert Rites. Ooh. I think that's a little unfortunate for Andy there that he didn't opt to do that because he's going to be missing out on his mirror. But the reason he didn't do that is because he still has single entrances down here to check, which is really not that unreasonable of a play. It's just unfortunately might hurt him a little bit in the long run.
Compass on the bonk torch, so boots should not be required to finish this or are not required to finish this dungeon. Although I guess we haven't seen the end of it yet. Wait, did we? No, we didn't.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've seen the.
All I've written down are dungeons, and we do not have desert written anywhere. So, except for that Skullwoods is in Desert Palace.
I appreciate someone's paying attention.
That's the only time I've written down Desert Palace.
Is that single arrow? So he does get his fire rod, which is good. He didn't, I guess, opt to skip that over the mirror. But I guess it really just depends if he's going to go back to Dark Death Mountain or if he's going to continue south and do other things.
Well, he was already on south side.
Oh, he already did? Okay, never mind then. That's a good point.
He did south first before going through to Skullwoods, which actually was a pretty wise decision because, Skull then just took him right up.
Yeah, I take back everything I said.
Whereas BadmoonZ has not seen, I don't think he's been South Dark World. Oh, he's going to do some Dark Escape, though. Or Dark Sewers, I guess I should say.
Just a couple of rooms. One thing to note, I do believe that these rats and these snakes, because he is in the Dark World, they're going to do 2 hearts of damage if you have the green nail. So it can get a little tricky fast. But if you can just light a torch and see them all, that takes care of that. You just let them all on fire, and he can do so without remorse with quarter magic.
Just locating the chest. We might not be able to see what it even is. Oh, unless he lights up the room for us.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, they really hit like a truck, and they just take so much more damage to kill just because it's the Dark World variant of them. It's one of the fun things of Entrance Shuffle there.
Did you just say they hit like an Octorok?
I said tank, but I wish I said Octorok.
It cut for a second, and so I didn't quite hear all of what you said, and I could have sworn you said they hit like an Octorok, which would be funny because Octoroks do less damage than that. But as we know, they're killer in this seed, apparently.
BadmoonZ, just double checking to make sure that was indeed Sishrala and Desert Right. Fortunately, I was watching Andy on the other side, and I'm not sure if he had checked the back entrances to Desert, or if that's what he's doing at this moment.
I think he's about to do that now.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Take ship to the top of the mountain.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to swing over to Ether Tablet and go into Hera.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, and I guess West Death Mountain in general. Have we been over here at all?
I do not believe so, no. Definitely still a lot of dungeons at large. Ooh, there's the Ice Rod in the treasure chest game, which I believe was Dark Sanctuary.
Dark Sanctuary, yeah. And another bottle for BadmoonZ from the Ether Tablet with some magic in it.
Some green goo.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, there's GT.
G-Tower.
Moving up to the Light World.
That provides quite a few opportunities. Liu Kang.
He didn't have the hook shot yet, so that's actually all he can check in this current moment, unless he opts to sequence break.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's our flute, which he'll be able to access. Just kind of hanging out in the.
Oh, right on Spectral Rock there. I didn't see that. Nice.
Chat, you so funny. What's the fish have for us today? Heart container, not bad.
Heart container. Love from the catfish.
Only 6 hearts in green now. I'm sure he's not unhappy to see that.
Yeah.
BadmoonZ cleaning up his single entrances here on Dark Death Mountain. Fortunately, didn't find anything. He opts to save and quit out.
Oh.
I don't remember. He couldn't have rescued the old man. No, he didn't.
I don't. Yeah, I didn't see him check any of those other entrances.
He wants to turn in his flute. You know what? That's fine.
Oh, and then he can fly back up there.
You can just get right back there.
Of course. We're so smart, Ak.
That makes perfect sense. I should just wait and watch him for about 5 seconds before I say something, and then I can just try to commentate, over it and be like, "That's what he's doing. It makes perfect sense."
Yeah.
Opposed to questioning him and then just, getting the foot in my mouth.
We've got Swag Duck.
So he's just right back, like nothing ever happened, like what we said.
Bumper Cave there, I think.
Yeah, that was Bumper Cave. Alright, this is the front of the Old Man Rescue, so he can get that taken care of.
The entrance to Old Man Cave is the Old Man Rescue.
Yeah.
He walked in and he fell down the ledge is what happened, and then he couldn't get back up.
What you're doing is you're turning him into an infinite loop of having to be rescued.
Never-ending Old Man Rescue. Well, I mean, if he's giving out heart pieces or heart containers, that would be great.
Yeah, you just keep doing it over and over.
Just keep repeating.
Yeah. I won the game. I've got 13 ice rods. Ooh, Andy taking a shark death there.
He is giving out heart pieces. Excuse me. Called it.
Rinse and repeat until you have 37 hearts. Then it doesn't matter what items you have. Ooh, and there's Steve's Town.
Steve's Town.
Unfortunately, just a pendant, but it's 100% clearable, and it's got 4 unique items.
Yeah.
I think Andy's going to be turning in his mushroom here. I think there's the cape, so if he wanted to, on BadmoonZ side, if he wanted to go
nice.
through Bumper Cave, he can now. I'm going to refresh my stream here for a little bit. I'll let you take the ropes for a second.
Oh, yep. I don't think we're finding anything so far. Big key for Thieves Town.
Nice.
And the map.
Yeah, Bumper Cave, they've seen every single entrance and desert so far, but they have not been on top of the castle. But they have a way to get on top of the castle anyway, so not the biggest deal. Ooh, all right.
And we have found the back half of the desert.
Where was this at? I missed it.
This was the cave that you normally take to get down. You would take it to get off of Death Mountain.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, so BadmoonZ just did the first 4. Okay.
Yeah, he just did the first 4 chests and then left.
So opts to skip out of doing a pendant dungeon to grab a crystal. Who can blame him?
I don't recall if we knew if Landmola would have an item or just be dropping them. Oh wait, he will have an item, I think. The compass was on the bonk torch. And we did just get a menu check there. And he had the map and the big key.
Gotcha. Yep. And Andy found Pod, which is in Eastern, so it looks like we're just playing the Light World, Dark World reverse scenario here with GT being at Hera, Pod being at Eastern.
Oh, just an arrow upgrade from Landmo.
That's alright, he got his crystal. It's progress. And this is unfortunate for Andy. I mean, there's 6 unique items here, but
oh, he doesn't have the bow.
Yeah, and we know that he's not going to find the bow in here because it's in the Paradox Cave.
He's death warping out. Okay, we got the inside of Old Man Cave.
So I guess the only 2 he hasn't checked up here would be Spec Rock entrance and then the cave below it.
Yep. Oh, unless he popped into Spectre Rock Cave.
I think he did, actually.
Yeah.
Super Bunny Cave. 2 items. Magic refill if you need it. It doesn't look like he does. Probably won't ever need it.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be a concern in this seed.
Man, being in the Paradox Cave along with the bow, Andy will have to do these rooms in the dark.
Green rupee and a blue rupee. I think he was checking to see if he got anything, and I didn't see it. Didn't look like it, though.
I don't actually know the items that don't show up. I think the big key is one of them, but he doesn't have the big key. Yep, alright. So, small key here, and then, I guess for him, hopefully the big key is in the Dark Maze, else when he has the bow, he'll have to go get it from those other sides and then backtrack all the way to the big chest.
Yeah. He also still doesn't have his lamp. Lamp was was in the 7 chest cave as well, right?
Correct. There's some bombs. 1 chest here, but I'd say this has a pretty high probability of being the big key. So I anxiously watch him dodge fire in the dark here. You'd think that would light up, you know, the place a little bit, but...
You would think so.
Ooh, just a heart piece, so he will have to backtrack for the big chest if he wants the item that's in there, which it has to be an item because he does have all 3 dungeon items. BadmoonZ did go ahead and check that entrance he didn't check previously, so good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're 6 kid. Andy hasn't.
I think we were about to say the same thing.
You read my mind.
all together now. Doesn't have any balls yet.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, all the bottles are locked away on the Death Mountain, as far as we know.
Did he hop into the Dark Row Cave when he portaled over? Or has he been there already?
That's a great question.
Because I commentated a match where someone forgot that. It'd be really funny if that happens again, and it was required.
They're gonna start blaming you if that happens.
It's gonna be my fault. Is exactly what I'm thinking. It's gonna be my fault now.
Alright. BadmoonZ got his ether to finish up his coin collection. Any ideas where our progress might be having them? We haven't seen what's inside Pod yet.
We haven't.
And I don't think we've located Swamp Palace yet, if I don't recall. Okay, Pod is just... this is great for Andy. This is another way for him to find his bow and lamb. If he had a mirror, he could also just mirror back and clean up Pod. Unless he just goes ahead and happens to find his mirror right here.
Which...
Please. All right.
He thought about it. I think he was thinking about, like, how do I then get back up?
Well, he can just go back down. He doesn't have to hop off the ledge.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you go down the stairs, of course.
Yeah. This is actually fantastic for him because he can grab his mirror here. If he happens to follow the Paradox Cave a little bit further, he can go pop into Eastern, do that. He can do the back of Laser Bridge, then go back to the exit to Pod, mirror, then actually go into Pod and clean that up.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the luxury of us being able to know where everything is at.
Know where all this stuff is, yeah.
Still a little confusing to him, I would imagine, because he hasn't been in any of those caves. And
I don't recall if we saw I mean, BadmoonZ must have checked them, but for some reason I don't remember seeing the Bomb Shop or Hookshot Cave.
No, he didn't go down here.
He didn't go down? Oh, okay.
Yes. He'd already mirrored before he hopped down here. And he doesn't have the Titans to get a portal back to this spot. I feel like this has to take you Turtle Rock, Mire, or on top of Death Mountain. Yes. Okay. And Andy's going ahead and opt to check it, which is great because this is a tough one to find as well. It's just a dark room. Okay. I think he'll be going back to that Paradox Cave pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, he should know he had 7 items there that he kind of accidentally locked himself out of.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't think anybody... Did any of the runners check this dropdown yet?
I'm not sure.
Is this Kakariko Well? Please don't tell me. No, okay.
No, this is Lumberjack Cave with a heart piece.
I believe BadmoonZ will be finding his way over to Pod rather quickly. I'm having a sneaking suspicion that there might be some progression in that dungeon.
Yeah.
There's Agawon.
Oh, Hyro Castle.
He's going to opt to do it, and he'll be doing this in the dark.
I
take it back. He will just not be doing it.
Just as you said that, he probably realized it himself.
Can he hear me?
Uh-oh. Hacks.
What? So that had to have been at the front of the castle, I imagine?
Yeah. The layout of the castle just isn't quite what we recall. He definitely he needs to pick up those those chests in the 7-chest cave.
Yes.
Definitely, that definitely needs to happen for him soon.
I'm still very surprised he left those on the table, knowing that they're there. I mean, that's just 7 chests, but yeah, BadmoonZ, he's still missing his flippers too. I think another interesting thing. At this point, it's looking very likely that Swamp Palace could be on top of Hyrule, and they can't fully complete it, but they can still check 4 chests, 5 if they find the big key. So
yeah,
a hook shot there would be rather troll, though.
yeah, the hook shot could definitely be in the beginning. And flippers were at Uncle. I don't remember where Uncle was. Which
Uncle
down.
was, I think, either the ferry. Yeah, that must have been the ferry drop down. The one to the right of Sanctuary.
Right. Yeah.
Or it was Sanctuary itself. Now that I think about it, it might have been Sanctuary. The completion of this dungeon, though, BadmoonZ will be taking a significant crystal lead. He'll have 3 crystals to Andy 0.
Oh, I'm not the one tracking Dat Goose or playing. I'm the one talking. So it's not my tracker, but yeah, and Andy does have Master Sword. It does say Fighter Sword right now.
You should have just taken the credit.
Yes, I'm commentating, playing, and tracking all at the same time. That's how good I am at this game.
That's impressive.
I can barely construct coherent sentences while playing, so that's definitely not.
There's a tempered sword for Andy. Well, it looks like BadmoonZ's just beelining towards the boss here, because he doesn't have the compass or map. Oh yeah, because the big key was obviously on the Bowlock side, so he probably was like, I'm just gonna go kill the boss, and we'll see what I need to do after that. Why not? $20 in the Ice Rod Cave. Nothing worth telling your mom about. Alright, Helmet Sword time. Fortunately, he only has a Master Sword, but fortunately, he's got silver arrows in place. Don't recall if Andy had been in here yet, but he...
I don't think so.
He has the... I do believe he should have a key. Yeah, he's got 2 of them. So he can just clear this outright and get himself on the crystal board and get his first one, where BadmoonZ has now just completed his 3rd.
Right, did BadmoonZ found this in the end?
Yeah, BadmoonZ has he has been here, but he was here before he had been in the Dark World.
Right, okay. Right, because, yeah, got it.
Good timing to hop down there and not accidentally get grabbed. We've all done it, and it hurts. He made the quickest work of that Mothula.
that was amazing.
If you look away, you might have missed it, but Mothula is now dead.
If you blinked, you might have missed it.
It was a great fight. Pegasus boots are indeed required because Ganon is locked by the lumberjack, and you will need to dash your face into a tree to get inside of it. It makes perfect sense. So BadmoonZ will be checking the back chest over here in pod. We know that there's not going to be much there outside of what could be possibly in the big chest. We didn't get that information when Andy was there. Oh, we're
about to have a... We keep going to say exactly the same thing. I mean, not even... it's just a bomb upgrade.
I was waiting for you to say it.
The same phrasing and everything. Just get out of my head, Ak.
Oh, okay, so when we were confused what Andy had picked up in that chest and pod, he'd actually gotten a Master Sword there. BadmoonZ just got his tempered. For some reason, the dark rooms don't like anything that's blue. Did he drag an item in the Skullwoods here?
I don't know.
I would assume so if he's going back.
Yeah.
Or he's just walking around. Okay, he's just walking around this way. That's fine.
Yeah, why not?
He didn't want to chop down the bushes, do the yard work for the Dark World Force people.
Oh, I missed him getting his hook shot. When did that happen?
What?
He has a hook shot.
Excuse me?
According to our tracker. Bomb Post Pedestal had the hook shot, apparently.
Really? That's huge.
What were we excited about that we missed that?
You're probably just laughing at the fact we kept saying the same thing and not even paying attention to the race. We did it again. Wow, that's a fantastic find. If he just decides to make it over to the 7 chest cave, get his bow, get his lamp, he could go hop in and fully clear. Well, not fully clear, but at least finish Ganon's tower, assuming the big key's not on the right side.
Yep, grab that heart container, makes sense. He is right here. He's back up here again. And he's mirroring. Oh no. Uh-oh.
Maybe he just wants to check in this cave and then pop back out.
Well, this cave is desert, so...
It saves him the, the drop, but... Go with 7 chests. I'll probably be happy to see there was nothing on this torch, so whenever he finds regular desert, he can complete it. It's down here. Which I marked incorrectly on my tracker. I do that all the time. It's really fun when I'm racing and doing that. Here's the spike cave that Andy had found. I'm not sure who found it earlier, but they opted not to do it because they didn't have a means at the time.
Yeah. Quarter magic is certainly the means. Oh. Both of them getting some bombs at the same time.
The item that trolled the most at the beginning of the game. Yeah, hookshot in hand, and at least knowing where at least Ganon's tower is, and somewhat of a safe... I think it's like a 50-50 right now of where Swamp might be. Most of the game's completable for him right now.
We finally see what Sauce...
Oh. Wait, didn't we already see that? No.
We saw this part, but BadmoonZ did not have the green pendant.
Did he talk to him yet?
Yeah, he
okay.
he already did. It was a Pizza Heart.
Pizza Heart, got it.
Have we seen the left side of the brother's house at the race game?
No, no one's been in that yet.
Okay. I'm always thinking of it now because of the time that I unfortunately learned that sometimes you have to mirror into it.
Sorry for the silence. I was just counting some entrances here. We've only seen one entrance to Turtle Rock out of, I think, 5 locations left to check in the Dark World.
Okay.
3 of them being, locked by the myths if you wanted to go in their standard route. 1 being locked by all 7 crystals, which is kind of unfeasible to do, and then the other one's just inaccessible altogether. But yeah, that makes me think really much that Swamp Palace is going to be in the Light World, but I could be wrong. And he's going to make some work out of this Hookshot Cave, which we haven't seen.
But we also he once again did not go back into Seven Chest Cave.
Oh. Stop reminding me. Oh, nothing in Hookshot Cave, unfortunately. BadmoonZ gonna go ahead and check Lumberjack. What is Lumberjack for his piece of heart? Ooh, I don't know if we've seen this one yet. Alright, yeah, and then he'll pop in here and check his AGA 1. He might opt it completed. He has everything he needs. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine he would, yeah.
This will give him easy mirror access once he finishes it to check those 3 entrances on top of the castle as well.
True. Did I have my... Oh, I did have Meyer written down underneath Eastern. Yeah.
So Andy doing Meyer right here, which has 2 items at the max, assuming the boss doesn't have it because he doesn't have the cane, really suggests to me that he has indeed forgotten about the 7 Chest Cave.
Yeah.
Or he just forgot how to get there.
He did walk through it pretty quickly and then go do other things, so it didn't seem like he took a moment to write it down, although... And it does seem like he's just forgotten about it, unfortunately.
It's really that he's not necessarily that far behind, and I mean, he's got 2 key items that BadmoonZ still looking for, but unfortunately his backtrack to clean up the crystals is going to take some time.
Yeah.
BadmoonZ is mopping up AGA 1 though here with his silvers and bacon sword.
Except for that guard right when you started saying it.
Well, you know what? I heard you say it, not me. And he took a death in Mire, but he found a fairy, I believe, over in Hookshot Cave, I think.
He had the fairy from... Oh, how to explain this? Because I don't remember the location either. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It was the first bottle I think that BadmoonZ got, but Andy didn't get it until just now.
Gotcha.
Hookshot Cave had a B in the bottle.
Okay.
Because
saw a bottle there.
those are the important details to remember, apparently. that bee in a bottle that he didn't need. I remember that, but not where anything is.
Alright. Andy will be doing his cutscene shortly, and then BadmoonZ, basically with how this fight goes, it might as well be a cutscene.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't see too many blue balls this evening. No one wants those. Remember when they didn't exist? Those were the good days, right?
Yeah. Although I think what I find more annoying just in general is that Aga 1 is so boring. Just the most boring boss fight ever. I know they don't want to change too much in Rando, but it should just be Aga 2 both times.
That'd be really neat, actually, but I don't know.
But they want to keep it at least slightly vanilla. I get it. But still, it's just so boring. Not to watch. I mean, this is obviously. I'm not saying that this is boring, guys. I'm saying playing it is boring. For the record,
Bosley?
We're boring. Go watch someone else.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to hear you later.
I just mean playing it is boring. Playing it is boring.
Yeah, everyone will get the. They'll get the same pattern for I think every boss fight. If I recall, they'll get the same Helmasaur pattern, same Aga 1 and 2 pattern, same Ganon pattern. All right, and he did opt to mirror and check these entrances, which we haven't seen. First one was not too important. There's Ice Palace.
Oh, ice.
It's one of the ones I had forgot we were looking for.
I
think that first one he went in was that might have been the other side of Bumper Cave.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm doing my logic correctly here, which I'm probably not, that means the right entrance, it'll either be a dungeon or it'll connect you to the race game. So I think we've seen all the other pairs. Please don't quote me on any of this. I'm wrong a lot.
So guys, if Ak is wrong, yell at him.
Please. And BadmoonZ is going to have to do Ice Palace without a hook shot because he did not check the Bombos tablet. Which is not necessarily that unreasonable. He's only had one excuse to go down there, and that was to check what was inside Swamp Palace, which booted him over to Skull Woods. Then, you know, it's tough to make an excuse to want to go down there again outside of checking Bombos. He might be holding out for the mitts to do his escort mission, but it's definitely not unreasonable. Andy will be exploring his mountain here. I'll be really curious to see if he decides just to check the 4 chest here, if he wants to just go ahead and finish it up.
Yeah, he might end up going a bit deeper into Thieves, and who knows if that will... Because we've only seen the first 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, BadmoonZ just checked the first 4, so... He might end up going deeper, especially because there's quite a few items he's looking for, some of which we know. We know where they are, unfortunately.
Yeah. Ooh. What he's doing right now, too, I think this is going to be the most unfortunate. He's working his way up the mountain. he's going to most likely run into Ganon's tower really soon, and again, he had a really high chance of being able to complete it on his first trip there, but unfortunately he did brush over that bow, which was in Paradox.
We also didn't see BadmoonZ do the bomb jump. Is he gonna check everything and then... Oh. He's leaving anyway. It's fine. I don't know. Not sure about that one. He could have done... I mean, it is a crystal, right? Ice Palace is a crystal. Oh, and there's Swamp.
And he does not have the flippers, because those were in Uncle.
Right.
So we have a
I'm not
very
sure.
interesting situation here with these two runners with what they have and don't have. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh no, I was just saying. I was just saying. I'm not sure why he didn't just do ice.
I'm a little confused by that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he definitely had the tools necessary. Else, if he just doesn't want to bomb jump anywhere, then I suppose that would be an issue, because he didn't get a key from the first two chests, which means you would have to bomb jump. Or use a hook shot to wrap around, so... Andy is taking the long climb, though, to give us some exploration into some uncharted territory.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'll be interested. I don't recall what the item to dungeon item ratio we're at is right now for thieves, but be interested to see if you just find anything.
I can let you know with 100% certainty that I have no idea what it is right now.
Okay, well, there's the compass, and I know we already have the map and the key, so there. And he has a small key, so two items. There we go.
You did a great job.
I figured it out. I'm a genius.
I don't think I ever knew you could hookshot on that. I think I saw someone do it once, and I tried, and it didn't work. And
Yes, I've done the exact same thing. I don't know how to do that either.
I just talked myself out of it being a viable option, even though I still see it. I'm like, I didn't see that. Mine's playing tricks on me.
I saw someone do it, and I tried, and it didn't happen. And I don't know why. I think I saw someone do it in one of these matches I was commentating, actually.
Ooh, BadmoonZ taking a death. I think he still has his fairy, though. Yes. And then Andy is going to be killing blind for the mystery item.
The big chest, I think, was just nothing. 20 rupees?
Yes.
And a piece of
pizza heart. And a pendant that will not be very useful.
Nope.
So Andy just needs... Well, wait, do we know where everything's at? We can swamp over here. Yes.
We still, I think if you said, we still haven't seen a bunch of Turtle Rock entrances, right?
But they know where one is.
Yeah.
So technically, if they find the cane, they could be able to complete it.
Yeah.
And I guess they could get key locked. That's a thing too. So the mitts could still be somewhat required, but if they get key locked down, then I would say it's very probable that the mitts are required, because I think the mitts are actually locking the majority of the Turtle Rock entrances.
Right.
But it is fortunate for them that the entrance they found is like the best one.
And BadmoonZ got his flippers.
But I'm not sure if Andy actually found Laser Bridge. I think only BadmoonZ did.
Oh, okay.
Flippers are a great find for him. I do hope it's not the same situation where it kind of leads him over into a swamp that he can't complete because the hook shots over at Bombos.
Hopefully he'll go check that.
Hopefully Andy goes and checks Paradox Cave. But good for BadmoonZ not forgetting this area. I mean, he actually did efficiently kind of route everything in, opposed to making separate trips just to do it. I think this was either ferry or... Yeah, this was just a ferry.
Did he see these doors already, or is he just thinking...
BadmoonZ went here. I don't think Andy did.
Okay. Right, yeah, we just saw BadmoonZ do it. I remember now. For some reason, the Curiosity Shop?
Curiosity Shop?
Reminded me. That's what that shop is called, the Shop of Curiosities or something. I don't know. The one with the red shield in it.
All right.
I think I've heard people call it that. I don't know.
I'll call it that. I try and make it stick. If he had the money, he could have upgraded his shield. Yeah. Now he'll be getting his flute.
Oh.
Check the Ether tablet. Unfortunately, not too much worth here. Alright, BadmoonZ hadn't been to Zora yet. He just opted not to do it. He took... I think he wanted to until he took that death over... he got Octorocked and then was just like, never mind. Or maybe he did check Zora, but didn't do the waterfall. No mitts, so you can't check that entrance. But Andy he's got the tools to go ahead and just clear out left side GT. Quite a few items.
Seeing a key up on the bong torch can be concerning.
I suppose. The good news with just GT and how it works in general is you do typically skip that one key door, so you're always going to be up a key.
And now we just found 2 more, so he's definitely okay.
They'll be spinning those pretty quick. Which sort of rewards are allowed in Ganon's Tower? Yeah, you freaking name it. There could be. We've seen the Moon Pearl up in the mini Helmosaur room. That gave our runners a lot of grief. But as far as the items that could be here, basically anything that isn't already locked just from getting into Ganon's Tower in itself. Like, you're not going to find the hammer on left side GT because you need the hammer to get there. But this is Shuffle. Anything could be here.
Yeah, with Entrance Shuffle, any number of items that could be in here, and even standard randomizer. Sometimes the flute is in G Tower, and you need it to go get the red cane from Meyer.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't care what anyone says. That was the best. Anyway, sorry, what?
I was just saying, BadmoonZ, he's heading over to the Dark World Shopping Mall, the safer variant of the shopping mall, because you don't have. Well, I guess you still do have the Octorocks. Never mind. This is scary.
Well, these are stronger Octorok. We do
I
know
don't
that
know.
Octoroks are the menace, but there are no crabs, to be fair. The crabs are
Those Octoroks are slower
dangerous.
and they don't shoot rapid fire like the other ones.
Oh, interesting. I guess that's true. Yeah, they also actually take more hits, but when you have a tempered sword, you doesn't matter when you wouldn't notice.
Found that bombable hut, but it didn't have anything. Ooh, here's the Meyer hut, so we got 2 chests in here. And again, I don't think Andy went this way, even though he did have the flipper. But only 40 bucks, and I'm gonna say he only got 35.
The bomb behind.
Yeah, we'll track the price of the bomb.
Yeah.
Andy does have powder now. He picked it up in GT, so he didn't need to face tank Bob, but probably not worth the menu. Oh, this is unfortunate. He has to do this the bowless way because, again, that bow is 7 chest cave.
Yep. And Ak, you should know you don't kill Bob if you don't have to. It's Bob.
I'm sorry, but Bob is done, especially with
Oh, no.
if it was quick swap. I mean, no shame.
We got a Bob hater in here.
I consume Bob for my own personal profit. That's the type of person I am.
Lewd. What? Never mind. I didn't say that. So stuff going on. We've got sword tempered sword.
Yeah, he's just slashing away here at his Armos. My favorite strategy has been to use the blue cane. Unless you're quarter magic. Ooh, there's the backside of race game, so we know nothing's there. But we've already found all the dungeons, so. Ooh, there's the Titans.
Now it's good for him in a lot of ways. It's also gonna take him away from going to 7 Chest Cave to check other things.
Well, he's heading right there, and he can get to the Dark World.
Maybe he'll think of it.
We saw all 3 of those entrances next, if I recall, and I don't think any of them were the midst locked areas. He's right here, though. He can just hop in here, go into this entrance, which I imagine will probably be Turtle Rock front, left, or right, and then just be like, you know what, never mind. I'll go over to 7 Chest Cave. The myths were locked behind the Ice Armos in GT. I'm gonna say this is vanilla. That's my guess.
I don't know. I've been tracking as words. I can't remember the word as well as you have, but you're correct. So
Nailed it. Yeah.
Whatever I would have guessed doesn't matter.
You could have guessed the same thing as me.
I was about to say that. I was going to say I just trust your judgment on that subject.
Well, that's a terrible thing to say.
Okay, well, on that specific subject, maybe not every subject.
Turn around. I'm not.
I've known you long enough now to know better than that, Act.
What's going on here?
I don't know where he's going. And Andy died attempting to get to the chest that BadmoonZ is going to right now, right?
Yes.
So
You make a very good point. Wow, this is really unfortunate because it's really starting to seem like that was an oversight. This is Super Bunny. Yeah, in Andy's defense, I think during that whole transition of entrances, it was a very interesting point in the game where he had a lot going on, so I don't necessarily blame the oversight here.
Yeah, and he went, again, it's one of those things where it almost looked it didn't even register to him that that's the cave he was in. He just blitzed. He just ran right through it.
Yeah.
And then moved on to what, 2 or 3 dungeons, I think. Where 2 dungeons are up on there on that side of Death Mountain. And suddenly had access to a bunch of entrances.
Even add more salt to the wound. BadmoonZ is checking it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going back to Laser Bridge here.
Right, with Quarter Magic and the Cape.
I'll upgrade. This will be interesting to see, too, if we could figure out if they would be key locked or not. That's 1 key, so that gets you pretty far, actually.
Blue tunic and a compass.
Don't use key. You'll regret it.
Where's he going?
I think he's going to go ahead and hop up here to realize that it's going to be tough to hover without boots or fly along this without cane.
He's coming to yell obscenities across the gap at Trinex, and sure enough, he did.
Alright, well, we got the Mire area now finally available.
He just wanted to yell and warn Trinex that he was coming for him.
You have any guesses on what's going to be in Mire? I do.
Well, I wasn't gonna guess a fortune teller's hut first.
I'm sorry, I mean Mire's actual.
Oh, specifically in the dungeon entrance? What are we even looking for now? Is it just another Turtle Rock entrance?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the big chest one, because why not?
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go against you, and I'm gonna change my mind and say it's gonna be Turtle Rock left.
The laser eyes?
Yes. Turtle Rock Zap Room. Got one more single entrance over here to check in the Mire region. Nothing's been too fruitful yet. BadmoonZ still hasn't been to Hera. That's I think seeing that right there might push him right into Hera just because he hadn't been there. Yeah. Then like, oh yeah, I guess go check this. Not a bad play at all. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work out too well.
Yeah.
Uncharted territory here, and this is
Spiral Cave. Okay. Spiral Cave.
There's only 3 spots in the Dark World left. It could be the top of Death Mountain. It could be that weird cave on Death Mountain that you can't access, or it could be Ice Palace. That's the weird one I'm talking about.
Yep.
I was trying to a better name for it.
I was trying to figure out which one you meant, and then I realized, and then
that
he
one
was there, and then he was there.
Okay, so now I can tell you that Turtle Rock left is going to be on top of DM Ascent, and Turtle Rock right is going to be Ice Palace, because it has to be. Okay. You can't flop those. Else you'd never be able to get the big chest in Turtle Rock. Right. So what have we not...
Where does that leave us on finding Red Cane, though?
You have... Actually, we have technically, we have 8 chests locked by Ganon's Tower right now. You have the front 4 that you're going to find while clearing it. Mm. Then you're also going to have the 4 afterwards, because that's going to be Kakariko Well whenever you have the hole there. I'd say that's a pretty good safe bet right there. You also have the entirety of Swamp Palace we haven't cleared, which is another 6 chests.
And I think BadmoonZ has been to Swamp, but he didn't have Hookshot and Flippers. I don't think Andy has been there? Like, I don't think he's even seen that it's there yet.
No, he has not.
Yeah.
We still have a part of Ice Palace, and then we have those 2 chests and Turtle Rock from the side entrance. So those could unlock, I guess, either the boots or to give you the other 4 bonk possibilities.
Right.
You know, the cane just flat out right. You still need the boots regardless. The boots are very interesting in this situation because the only thing that is locked by the boots is actually getting to Ganon, meaning those boots could literally be anywhere.
Yeah, I forgot we were looking for those.
Yeah. That would have been the perfect item to put in the pedestal. Also, by the way, Mr. Tracker, I believe BadmoonZ is finished Aga 1.
Oh, yes. Wait. Yeah.
And he's on it. I haven't been keeping count, so the boots unlocking the 4 single entrance caves. Thinking to myself if there's any high-profile caves we have not seen yet. Mini Moldorm is drawing a blank in my brain right now, but
yeah, I don't recall that either. Actually, I don't recall Mini Moldorm, and then I think we've probably narrowed it down now that Kakariko Well is Pyramid.
This should be Turtle Rock left. Or, excuse me, right.
Oh. Oh, and you can check where left takes him. That makes sense.
Never mind. That's what I
meant. Okay.
I just realized I had seen the other one, but yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yep.
I'm pretty good at this game. I'm trying. I'm really trying here. We've officially seen all of the multiple entrance caves, though, at this point. There's nothing left.
I still don't. I think we still haven't seen anything come out into the left side of the brother's house. If there is anything there, they'd have to mirror to it, I guess. But I think we've seen all the dungeons anyway.
That one might have been Race Game or something else. I know I saw one of the runners find Race Game, the backside.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought they didn't.
No, I definitely saw one of them there.
Oh, BadmoonZ exited at the left side. Oh, okay. I didn't see that then.
Just a rupee there. Interesting.
Oh, BadmoonZ is about to get his hook shot.
Ooh, this is great for him. This will give him a lot of options to check. I think he was running out of places to check, honestly. not wanting to go into swamp without the hook shot.
So even though I don't actually necessarily think this is what will happen, I'm going to put my money on. I've got my fingers crossed for maybe boots in swamp and then having to check bonk locations for red cane.
You know, with Mini Moldorm Cave still up for grabs, that's...
Oh, but I would also like for there to be something in Kakri. Whatever the trolliest thing could be, that's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, come on now.
I'm kidding. But maybe not entirely kidding.
Yeah, I really don't think there's too many trolley spots up for grabs at this point.
No.
I mean, I guess Swamp Palace is a pendant. I didn't realize that. That's another reason why you didn't want to go in there. That's probably the trolliest spot left. I think
Swamp is a pendant, yeah.
Yeah. Everything else is pretty much kind of straightforward. Yeah, definitely the Ganon's Tower play. Go ahead and finish that up. BadmoonZ, he only briefly stepped foot in there, and then you're gonna get smacked right on top of the pyramid anyway. So then you can go ahead and either polish up these dungeons that you're missing, or keep looking for that mysterious cane and boots. I think there's a really high possibility chance that one, if not both of them, are going to be locked by GT/Cackwell. I'm putting them together now because, in my mind, that's how they work.
Yep.
BadmoonZ is not bomb jumping again. I guess he's just not a fan.
Without the red cane, though, you're just gonna do vanilla? Who's a fan of the vanilla way of progressing through this dungeon?
Unfortunately, with how the logic works, they could make it where the red cane is required to complete Ice Palette. Like, I do believe that is a factor if they decide not to give you enough small keys. I do believe that being a thing. Yeah, if you give Cold Stare a key, then technically you would need Cane of Samaria to complete the dungeon. And if what I'm saying is absolutely wrong, like, no shame in telling me. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I say things that are wrong way too often.
I have no idea. I'm still just trying to think of why anyone would ever still do... That still doesn't explain why someone would do it vanilla to clear the dungeon. Because the whole vanilla clear is like, go in circles a few times. Which is a lot.
He doesn't want to bomb jump, that's fine. Yeah. He's currently in the lead in this race right now. He has a very undeterminable lead because of the paradox of the Paradox Cave. Both of our runners are high-fiving again. And he's opting to do the non-vanilla version of this by bomb jumping.
Oh, I guess for those of you saying you're not familiar, the vanilla Ice Palace route is you have to hit a switch in the basement and then loop back around to the other side of the pit above that. Which we are going to see BadmoonZ do, in fact. He's hitting the switch right here. So that you can push a block down. The bomb jump lets you skip that, although Andy almost ran out of hearts, so he's not doing it. He's also going for vanilla.
So we have double vanilla Ice Palace this evening. Bomb jumps will not be necessary.
Not something I thought I would ever see. Entrance rando, everyone.
It only wastes time relative to your opponent if one does it and the other one doesn't, so...
It's true. Ooh, BadmoonZ's taking a death, though. Does he have a fairy? Oh, he does have a fairy.
He must have caught another one. I don't remember him picking up one other one. And I know Andy does not have a fairy. He just has green goo and a bee. And unfortunately, bees don't care if you run out of health. It's unkind of them. If you were to ask my... Why do you do this to me every time?
What were you gonna say?
No, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say he's about to power to that anti-fairy, which he did.
I was gonna say, I think BadmoonZ is in a... He has the lead right now. He's in a pretty good spot. I think... They both really aren't that far from each other, but I do believe that BadmoonZ in this current moment has a much better grasp on what he needs to do to move forward in this seed, whereas Andy might still be a little confused.
Yeah.
But Andy is literally just one room away from equalizing everything in this race.
Yeah, this thing is always tough to say. You don't want to just assume that because someone seems to have forgotten something that they're not going to remember it, but then it's also something that we have seen, unfortunately.
The worst part about it, it's a 3-entrance cave. You'd think while you're running around looking for things, you'd stumble upon it, maybe one or more times and be like, oh, right. I mean, if you go in the bottom entrance and you see that bomb wall is not destroyed, you're like, oh, there's 2 chests in there, I'll go get them. But unfortunately, his routing, I don't quite remember the entrances next to that cave, but they haven't let him there. One was no, it wasn't the floating island.
Sorry, lost you there. One of the... So there was the top Death Mountain entrance. One of the entrances to that cave was the Dark World cave bridge thing, the Turtle Rock cave bridge. I don't know where the first one was. The one that actually took them there in the first place, because neither of those was the one they went in first. That led
Okay, I think that one's actually Dark Death Mountain that's in. So technically there's only one way to get into Paradox Cave.
Right, yeah. Oh, BadmoonZ did the bomb jump this time.
No, yeah, I think he just walked around, didn't he?
No, he died, and then it was back at the beginning, and he did the bomb jump. I was watching him struggle with it. I mean that in the least that sounded really mean. I didn't mean that in a mean way. I just meant he was having a hard time, and that's why I remember. I watched him struggling with it.
He's gonna destroy this Cold Stare fight, and then have some words with you after the race. He gets them all grouped up, sends them to the corner. Fortunately, he only has 1 hit left he could take here, but he's got a cape and plenty of magic he could use, or he could just shoot him with the fire rod afar.
Oh, and he didn't die. One of them died and had a fairy. That's why I'm remembering that, but apparently he mirrored to the beginning. That's what happened.
He did mirror to the beginning?
Yeah, because he ran out of keys.
Oh, right. Yeah, the key thing's an issue.
One of them did die, though, but they had a fairy. It must have been Andy, I think. No, BadmoonZ, I think, had a fairy. I don't know anymore. I'm just going to stop. Not stop commentary entirely. I'm staying. I'm not leaving. Just stop talking about this.
Fine. No.
You're on your own, Hack. I'm out of here.
So BadmoonZ cleaned up his Ice Palace, got that last crystal, and he is promptly going up to Ganon's tower, I assume, which I think that's a very high-profile play with 8 chests being locked by something you have to do anyways, which he has the tools to do. That's probably going to take him... this is going to take him some time to do, though, because he still has to get the big key, and I'm the big key was behind Ice Armos as well. But that's going to that's still time he has to make up, whereas Andy has already done that. But Andy just needs to find the bow.
Although he's gonna make up that time a lot faster. He's got his silvers ready. Although Andy did a good job of getting through Ice Armos without it.
True, and he just absolutely destroyed Cold Stare.
Yeah, that was really good. Was it also Andy earlier that did the killer Mothula fight? It was Andy, right?
Give me a break here, man. I don't know. Ooh,
I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, this is gonna. This is a reasonable play for Andy.
Yeah.
He has no idea where the bow is, the lamp is, or any of that stuff. He's like, everything's got to be in swamp. And this could be very fortunate for him if he happens to stumble, upon the cane, perhaps. Except I think that might just go ahead and throw you on a goose egg to Turtle Rock. Which I guess if that has the boots, that's even better, but it's just unfortunate that he's the decisions that are being made right now, like they could be beneficial or they could be very, I guess, detrimental, but I guess that's how the randomizer works.
Hey, true. Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll find the cane. Maybe. But he still really needs to get that bow.
The boots here would be great.
Oh, boots. We're looking for boots, too, yeah. I keep forgetting we're looking for the boots.
I think the cane would be kind of rough. Unless the... Ooh.
It's been so long without the boots now, I just keep forgetting that.
They exist in the game.
Need them. At least in this seed. I keep forgetting they exist in this seed and are required.
He's got no boots and no lamp. Honestly, this is my kind of run. Pedestal has been checked. It's only bombs. Something that it's actually kind of beneficial here for Andy is if he finds the cane here, that might lead him to Turtle Rock. But eventually, when he gets his bow, if the boots happen to be on right side GT, which I think is the most trolly place you could put them,
yeah,
that would give him an advantage there as well, because he's probably going to want to go ahead and do that since he's going to have to go clear the whole thing anyways.
Right.
Missing on that bomb jump there, but BadmoonZ will be cleaning up his Armos fight, getting his Titans, and moving upstairs to some unexplored territory. See, it's kind of impressive too that you could have Swamp Palace on top of Hyrule Castle. You'd think, like, that's just a logistics nightmare as far as leaks and all that good stuff.
Flooding. And it's a lot of running water. There's a lot of pipes and switches.
Alright, so BadmoonZ got his Titan. Andy didn't find anything in his long adventure to the obnoxious left side of Swamp Palace we all hate.
Mm-hmm.
Usually get your compass and a heart piece. Haven't seen a big key yet. Really annoying when you have to get the big key in here.
We're gonna see that G tower climb. Four chests on the way. 3. Wow, why am I miscounting right now?
4 chests.
3, 4. Yeah. Validation.
But I say 8. This is the 8 special situation.
Yes, because we also then got. Well, it would be 9.
Well, exactly.
Oh no. Yeah, 9. Yeah, there's 5 chests in. Wow, we can both count today apparently.
There's 4.
In Kakariko Well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? There's one when you first drop in, then 3,
you're right.
then 1 in the back.
Oh, I forgot about the. Yep. I'm wrong. Totally wrong.
We're so good at this game, guys. The pros right here.
9 chests. Even better. I just count them.
Yeah.
Or I just open them. I don't count them.
It's true, yeah.
Ooh, Andy found the cane. It's hiding in swamp. That is actually incredible.
Oh, damn. That's interesting. Now, from BadmoonZ's perspective, you know, when he doesn't find the cane in a bunch of the next places, where is he going next? Do you think he'd head for Swamp first? He also hasn't done Thieves Town, which Andy did.
That's a good point. I don't think this is going to be too detrimental to BadmoonZ, because I think once like the boots, even if he finds them, it's not going to be like, yeah, I found these, I'm going to go look other places. I actually think that once he doesn't find the cane in these chests or the Kakariko Well chest, he's like, I'm going to Swamp. That's the next logical place. And he doesn't even have to go anywhere, because he'll be right there.
Right.
So I don't think that's going to throw him off too much. The only thing I think would be the big blunder that could give, you know, Andy back in the, I guess, running or, you know, evening up the race would be if the boots are in right side GT.
Mm-hmm. Andy is a boss-killing god indeed. He does have those boss fights down.
You do make a very good point about the Thieves Town and stuff. BadmoonZ has kind of left a lot of open doors in places that you are really probably going to be bugging you in the back of your mind when you're not finding your progress.
I don't know, finding boots might make him less likely to jump right into Swamp. Because he might start thinking,
oh my god, that's all there!
Never mind. Forget everything I was saying.
What a...
So... BadmoonZ just needs to hop into Swamp after this. Exactly.
And he's done, yeah. Oh, this is...
And he will have Go Mode. The question is, will he?
Something else too, I'm not sure if Andy has found Eastern yet. In fact, I'm very inclined to believe that he hasn't, because he's only been in Paradox Cave once. And I think he went the other route. This is a little curious to me if he's... Okay. Well, he's going the right way.
Yeah.
What is there to do over here? Outside of...
what we know there is to do.
There's finishing up desert. You probably already done that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take the portal. Everybody will him. Let's get a good race on our hands here. A good finish.
Oh, red mail in G Tower. Not in the usual location, but still there.
Oh, this is unfortunate. Yeah, this was, yeah.
Oh, he's... I see. This is... Those of us searching for go mode.
Had a loss of words here.
And I have to figure out where they're going to try to go for it. It makes... I understand what he's thinking because he just picked up Red Cane.
Yeah.
And so I get the thought process of, okay, let's go to the, the place that's locked behind that.
100%. I do believe he was the one that cleared out the majority of it, so...
Yeah.
All he's going to do is he's going to get his small key and big key here. Oh, man. What sucks more is this is going to dump him out right next to where he needs to be.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably going to mirror and then go to Ice Palace to check the big chest. Or he might just do that right now. Unless, of course, he knows where the laser bridge is. This continues to no end right now, actually. Oh, he's going to check GT right. Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Okay, BadmoonZ finished up his Agate 2. He's hopping down in his Kakariko well, where he's probably looking for his boot/cane gold mine here. BadmoonZ also picked up his red nail. I didn't see him do that, whereas Andy's still green.
Yeah, red nail was in G Tower.
Yeah, probably validation.
The top part. The room before Moldorm. BadmoonZ is flying away from Hyrule Castle.
Ooh, is he going right back to... Oh, right, he hasn't been to any of this stuff. I've also been under the impression that Turtle Rock was a pendant, but it's not. To watch the sun fall. I'm getting too excited. I always get so excited at the end. I can't even say anything. I'm just like, what? Is he gonna get it?
Who's gonna find it? Who's gonna find it?
Okay. Nothing on right side GT. Of course, we already knew that. Yep, he's gonna go ahead and probably pop down in here to check the big chest in Turtle Rock, and he might just opt to complete the dungeon. There's really no reason not to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I would guess that's what he's gonna do next.
I actually like the fact that he did this a little bit out of order because, again, it's gonna put him right next to where he needs to be.
Yeah.
And maybe if he's feeling a little bit suspicious too, he might check the back entrance of Laser Bridge just to be like, where's this go?
Yeah.
Which again will put him even more close to where he needs to be because again, I think the other side connects to Paradox Cave, and I think it connects to the side where it says, hey, there's a hole in the wall here that's not here that should be. Grab these items.
And he still never had his lamp. I just realized that.
They're all in that cave.
Right, yeah, the lamp is there too, isn't it? Right, of course.
If he finds that, though, and happens, he really doesn't have much left. Pod will be really quick because he's already been in there. Just go right.
Oh, he's right there.
Go right. What was I? I'm sorry. Pod will be quick for him because he's already been in there.
Mm-hmm.
The big key is on the side he hasn't been. He can literally just pop in there, grab his big key, kill the boss.
Yeah.
Still needs to locate Eastern. That's another problem.
Technically speaking, he's standing right on it, isn't he?
That's true.
He technically just needs to mirror from, again, that bridge. Everything he needs is just related to that bridge in some way.
I did forget about Aga 1. That's quite a time sink there as well.
Oh, true. Love that cane dash.
This is nothing against BadmoonZ either. I always just root for the underdog. If Andy just happened to climb in the lead just magically in 1 second, I would be like Team BadmoonZ. I flip like no one's business.
It will be pretty exciting, honestly.
We're just all about the hype.
Such as the hype of Jeffy78 subscribing to Speed Gaming.
Nice.
Thanks, buddy.
Andy is showing us his boss clinic that, you know, he's teaching us lessons from, you know, the hours of 8 to 11 on how to kill every single boss in the game in 3 seconds. Oh, he didn't get the double quite there. It's fine though, boss is dead.
Lord Nightmare says the first Zelda random race I ever saw with these two runners a year ago. Wow. That's exciting.
Oh, I didn't... No one told us this was a grudge match. Taco Cat, that's so rude. Alright, Magic Bat hasn't been checked yet. He could have a sword? Yep. 50 rupees. Called it. Bleed.
Oh, he's right there though. No, stay. No, bad swag duck. Bad swag duck.
We'll just watch BadmoonZ here for a bit. He's going back to Turtle Rock. Is he gonna check that other entrance?
What is he not? Oh yeah, maybe.
I don't remember if he did this or not, but I'm pretty sure he did. This just takes him to Ganon's Tower. Unless he wants to go back out of the... He wants to go back out of the laser bridge area.
Maybe he is thinking that he doesn't quite recall, because I don't think he didn't go through that at all, right? So he didn't even see that that cave exited there.
This could be...
So he's actually... I think he's going to it. Of course, he has to do it in the dark again. He's actually going to it.
And BadmoonZ is on track for his go mode here, which he'll have to go finish up Meyer, Turtle Rock, and Ganon, and that's it. So Andy is definitely on the right track to go ahead and finish his run here, but he basically has until BadmoonZ finishes Swamp to clean up the rest of this.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah. The freaking... There was not a hole in the wall. Come on, man. Oh.
Oh no. Come on, dude.
There was no hole in the wall. Did they have like a side bet that no one checked 7 chess caves?
I don't know. Oh man, that's too bad. That's too bad. Come on, dude. Mirror block, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes, finally. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. It's happening.
This is gonna be... Alright, well...
Now, he just needs BadmoonZ to make many, many mistakes. While he sweeps up dungeons that he needs to finish.
It's relatively quick, but I think the damage has been done, unfortunately.
Oh, and he still hasn't seen where Eastern is, right?
Yes.
And he still has not seen where Eastern is, so he needs to realize what cave he hasn't checked, and it's kind of a weird one.
Aga might be the nail in the coffin here, I think, too. That takes too much time. That's strange, though. He didn't check either of those caves.
Insomnia Cure EP Eastern is in the... It's usually the Spiral Cave entrance. The top left wall of caves.
Skip this over.
Oh no, what?
He's in go mode, but they're right there.
Oh, he just like didn't grab them?
Yeah.
Darn.
You know, that chest animation does take some time, but...
Yeah, he's trying to save time by not getting...
Not as much as...
Now that he's in go mode. Well, go mode until he finds Eastern.
Yeah. He was right next to Eastern, too. Didn't realize he hadn't checked it yet. Could have been a little bit of a key, noticing that he didn't check the Mimic... Well, I guess Mimic... Never mind. Mimic Cave is going to be kind of a different category than Spiral Cave.
So I guess he's looking for Eastern now, probably.
I don't want to make any assumptions for his mindset, but Eastern was not going to be there, so I don't know if that's what he was looking for or not. I don't know exactly what he's looking for. He skipped those chests. I have to assume that's what he's looking for is Eastern. He knew he was in go mode. Now he just needs to find the entrance, but he seems to not understand that they're not single entrance caves.
Yeah, I mean that entrance it's a weird spot, to be fair. It's one... Oh, mini Moldorm cave. We'll never see what's in it, but there it is.
I'm glad we saw it, though. At least I know I'm not crazy.
BadmoonZ is gonna have to do his. Wait, was Big Key on Argus? Is that why?
I believe so.
Go back in, yeah. For the cane. Wait, no, Boots. You get cane.
For the Boots,
cane was somewhere else, and then Boots were in the big chest, right?
Do you think BadmoonZ?
Oh, we'll go back in. Yeah, I think so. I'd be very surprised if he didn't.
I wouldn't. I don't know.
Especially because it's the boss drop. You got to think the second the boss drops it, you got to be thinking to yourself, "Did I have it? Could it be an item?" You know what I mean? It's a nice big reminder right before you're at the entrance of the dungeon again.
Everyone says, "Okay." Oh no, wait! It was there. He's going right now. Okay.
Okay.
Never mind. He's go mode. You guys say he absolutely went back, but he also still hasn't fully cleared out Thieves Town, so don't call me crazy. But yeah, I suppose at this point you would go back.
Yeah, no, now he definitely would. What I said would still apply if, Ak and I were paying any attention.
Alright, there's one.
Yeah, Boots.
And then you'll find the other on the next chest he opens, and off to the races. Really unfortunate for Andy right now. Again, I do think he thinks Eastern is in this pool of entrances, whereas it's impossible for it to be there.
And he also seems to think it's in the Dark World, which is also not true.
Yeah, might as well just go ahead and clean up some of the stuff you can do while you're waiting. Okay. Okay, he mirrors out. So we just need to take a trip over to Eastern Death Mountain, and you could even... you still have to get to the front of Turtle Rock, but he could take the laser bridge the whole way, and then just mirror back and be in front of the boss, or if he wants, he can go Ice Palace to get to the front of Turtle Rock.
Has he been in that entrance? I don't think. Did we see him go in through?
He doesn't know that it's there. No.
I didn't think so. It was just Andy. Either way, he's on his way now.
Was this okay? This was over here then. Yep. This was not a bad way to get over to the side of the mountain. I never marked down the back of. Where was this big key at? This big key was second chest?
Oh, I do not recall.
That'll be his big key on Andy's side, so he can go ahead and finish up the pod. He does have the key, he needs to complete it as well. Of course he has to, there's not going to be a small key in the big chest and pod.
Must be really nice having those boots after 2 hours.
Honestly, I'd forget I had an A button. True. Oh. I'm not even gonna spoil that. That's private information, but someone in chat is correct about some privy information, and it is kind of funny, unfortunately.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I know what you're referring to, but it's fine. You don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, I can't. It's a secret to everyone.
You'll tell me after. It's fine.
Gotcha. So, BadmoonZ searching for his big key. Finds 20 rupees instead. He has exactly 3 more rupees than when this game was released. I don't think Andy's going to set the record for rupees because BadmoonZ has more than him. And the key was exactly where I said it was, if you still follow the fact I don't know left and right. Another crystal for Andy. He only lacks 2 more, and unfortunately Aga 1, which will take some time. But the more underlying issue is the fact that he doesn't know where one are.
Right, yeah. And didn't even see it either, which is interesting because he definitely was in the area a few times.
Yes. It's a little confusing. I mean, in his defense too, he's been racing for over 2 hours now, and frantically just trying to find the bow or find anything. It's he's had a little bit of a handcuffed run because of that oversight.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I never
do
intentionally say anything judgmental of our runners because they're all way better than I am. But if I was good enough to pass judgments, I wouldn't judge him for this particular spot because that spot is not a great one. It's not. It's an easy one to just think you've already been to and not think of later, you know. But it's fine because he's going right in.
Nailed it. Oversight on my part too. It's not just Aga 1. It's Aga 1 and Aga 2.
Oh, that's true. We've seen them both in G Tower a couple of times, so it's,
take for granted.
I forgot about it too.
Ooh, that was a little bit of a troll lightning there from Vitreous. He shouldn't have been shooting lightning there. He should have been popping up to get arrowed in the face.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be 6 crystals for BadmoonZ. He's killed, I guess Aga 3 is what I'd like to refer to it as now, and he's got Total Rock and Ganon left to move on. And unfortunately for our runners, this is an elimination match, so whoever loses this race is losing their the rest of the tournament. I do believe the winner of this race will be going against Farame.
They will. They in fact will.
In fact, I think I see him lurking in chat if anybody wants to throw...
Scoping out the competition?
Yeah.
I'm
not going to make any suggestions.
Let's not call out lurkers, everyone. But it's... By the time they hear me say that, they'll probably have already done it, so too late.
I think I can do everyone a solid and throw a bracket in chat.
No, Willard already got it. Willard's got you covered.
You know what? I actually can't.
Oh.
I'm glad he did.
Well, it's a good thing Willard had us covered then.
What have I done?
Did you just break the internet hack?
Everything's fine. Please.
That doesn't sound like something someone would say when everything's fine, eh?
Yeah, BadmoonZ is working his way backwards from Laser Bridge. I guess he did go down and get his big key. Right? Did I must have missed that.
Yes.
Fantastic. He does not have his big key, so this is...
Oh. Never mind.
Okay, so...
Oh,
we were very close. He just needs to go back.
He has once again come to yell at Trinex and warn him that I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Trinex. I think that's the second time he's gone down to that room and been like, wait. No.
Ooh, just missed the quick kill there. Ooh, he's... I don't remember if BadmoonZ went into the Total Rock entrance. I suppose I will know really quick when he gets over there if it's open or not. But I mean, that is the front entrance, so...
Yeah.
But if he didn't know that, I'd imagine you probably just want to... I don't...
Because what did we see? We saw... I don't remember where all the other entrances are at this point. One of them's at Ice Palace, yes?
Yes. The right side's at Ice Palace. The front was at Turtle Rock. Maybe he has been over here. So he'll just go this side. I suppose, arguably, maybe not any slower than just walking from the front.
Yeah.
Walking from the back, though, at least gives you the option whenever you do find the big key, you just mirror and you're right back at the front of the boss, opposed to having to either backtrack your way through the dungeon or go back entrance. But I guess he had been down here. I think he had. It would have been interesting if he hadn't, because he would have just been taking a shot in the dark that this happened to be Turtle Rock, and I mean, it was a very high probability that it was.
I'm pretty sure he had seen it, yeah.
Wait, is there a key? There's not a key in this chest.
No.
And I don't think there's a key in the next chest.
No, I think he needs the front entrance now.
Yeah, I think actually now that I think about it, yeah, because the those two keys don't, or those two chests have to have rupees. You have to go through the front entrance.
That hurts.
He doesn't know where that's at.
Yeah.
But
no, is he gonna assume since he hasn't opened T-Rock?
I don't think he's opened T-Rock or mine.
This could make a difference. This could make a significant difference.
A pinch. So now Andy just has to kill 2 Agas before BadmoonZ finds Turtle Rock front.
And I don't know right now.
No, I think in the Chain Chomp room, even though you're going backwards, you still need to use a key there. That's like the key door that you can't go in backward.
Yeah, if I recall, Turtle Rock, the key doors actually do have lock, or are also locked on the back.
Going here. Oh, okay. All right. This was fine then.
Yeah.
I didn't mark that one off. Okay. He knows where he's going here, and he's going the right one. 50% chance odds, and he went for vanilla. It's going to pay out. Andy does not have silvers, so his cannon will have to be silverless as well. And there's a very low percentage chance that Andy will find silvers. So
yeah, no, he's definitely not going back again to the cave that he avoided the whole game at the beginning. And he still has to do Aga 1. Hyrule Crystal Tower was on Death Mountain? No, I don't remember now. I thought I wrote it down, but apparently not.
Aga 1? Aga 1 was,
But they've both seen it, so...
Yeah.
Oh, it was the front door to the castle, right. Yeah.
It's like... basically vanilla.
They're disagreeing over who is the bigger idiot in race chat. That's funny.
You can maybe agree that conversation is happening, but again, that's information. That's special information. I can't hear.
I said nothing.
I'm gonna let you ask the questions for the interview. I can't handle that.
What?
You'll have to ask him who the big idiot is.
Of course.
Referring to the conversation that may or may not have happened, not referring to my opinion of the runners.
Yeah, obviously.
It looks very simple from the outside looking in, but again, entrance shuffle is no joke. It scrambles. Yeah, it's your brain and how it works, and like everything you understood about this game no longer works the same. It's very difficult. So many things you take for granted are things that end up, bricking your run. It's very unfortunate. So, BadmoonZ being 2 bosses away from advancing his tournament life and ending Andy's, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's a shame anyone has to lose at this point. Everyone's really good runners.
Oh yeah, and I think
you cut out there for a bit.
Andy's skill. Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Weird. I was gonna say anybody who's watching from the beginning, Andy's skill after some of those boss fights. Oh my goodness. just like quick killing every boss.
I don't follow it too much, but I do believe his any percent is a beast, and he did very well in the last randomizer tournament. I do believe he went really far, if I remember correctly. I know he was, I think, in the bracket stage, which is unfathomable to me. I get smoked all the time. It was really just that one oversight that really could have changed the dynamics of this race.
Yeah. Oh, it would have made all the difference if you even just look at what they have left to do.
Yeah. He skipped AGA 1 because he didn't have the lamp, and he had to double dip in Pod and GT because he didn't have the bow.
Yeah.
Alright, BadmoonZ finished up his Trinex. He is heading to the final boss fight. Go take care of Ganon. He's very well equipped to do it. Silver arrows, temper sword. He doesn't have any potions, I don't think, but he has basically infinite magic, so it's really not too big of a deal. He has a green potion, so
yeah.
He could basically cape for about 21 minutes, I think, is the exact time on that. We're on to phase 2. Firebat, he is opting to use the cape for 21 minutes strategy, and I like it a lot.
Yeah. I hate this phase.
It's rough.
I'm always kind of just waiting to get through that phase, and then in my brain, once it's done, I've already won. Of course, I probably shouldn't think that way because then I just make mistakes. Should probably still try to focus even after that, but it's just so rough.
One silver arrow.
And torch glitch.
I think that was 2 there.
I'm not sure, actually.
I'm sure.
I think it was only 1.
Alright, I'm like not sure, so... This should be the last one.
Yeah.
GG!
That's GG! GG to BadmoonZ, who will be continuing on.
BadmoonZ won this race. He'll be continuing on to face off against Farame. Match to be scheduled soon. And then Andy, unfortunately, this was an elimination match, so his time in the tournament, at least this one is over.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an excellent match.
I mean, he's just the latter half of AGA 1 behind BadmoonZ. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, it shows you how much, again, just can really change things. You forget that one thing. I mean, he probably would have won based on everything we saw them do. He probably would have been a fair bit ahead, but
there's a lot of interesting intangibles. He might have also not wanted to opt to go Swamp Palace because, you know, he wasn't missing 4 key items at the time.
Yeah.
Gee, we'll see if the BadmoonZ wants to come in for an interview.
Mm-hmm. And I think we are cutting into the time of another thing a bit. I don't know if it's still on the speed gaming schedule.
Coming in for a quick interview then?
So I'm not sure if we need to wrap up quickly.
Hi.
Oh, we can take our time. Hello, GG.
GG, man.
Thank you.
So, any just start off. Any comments about the run itself?
Oh, the 2 times I triumphantly went to Trinex without the required items.
we may or may not have noticed that.
I thought I was so smart the first time around. I'm like, man, I just got the ice rods, this is great, and I didn't even think I didn't have the cane. But surely the second time around, everything was gonna work.
I theorized that you were just trying to threaten Trinex, get him scared before you go in for the fight, right?
Intimidation.
It's intimidation strats. They're good. They're solid.
If you're curious as to why Andy may or may not have been claiming that he was an idiot, we can enlighten you just a little bit that he found the Paradox Cave and didn't check any of the chests.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think it almost seemed like, we can probably ask him about this if we have the time and he ends up coming in. It almost seemed like it didn't register to him that's where he was. He kind of just went through it and then didn't go back. So he spent quite a bit of time looking for the bow.
It was bow lamp and silvers happened to be there, so he missed out on those.
Yeah.
Aside from that, it was pretty close though, which I guess led to both of you both feeling like you were losing. So it's at least I've heard a rumor that you felt like is that accurate?
Yeah, the seed started out great, which is always a bad sign.
Yeah.
If I didn't find both the boots and the cane were in swamp. If they weren't there, the next place I was going was to finish off Thieves Town, and then I was just gonna blindfold the pedestal.
Right. Yeah. There really wasn't much else left for you to do, if I recall.
There was I could go into Mire and hope the cane was there, and then that might send me back to Ganon's Tower to find the boots. There was a couple awful scenarios that could still play out.
At least they both were there.
Yeah. Both,
both
in Pendant Swamp.
So, at any point, I guess you did feel like you were behind for the majority of the run, or?
At the beginning, I thought I was doing pretty good, but that also might have just been the nature of the seed, because 2 crystals within the first hour is really pretty good for entrance randomizer, and I knew where the third one was. But then things just kind of came to a halt, and it's all right, let's check every door and every chest and find nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I always find that interesting too, especially, at this point now we've seen a lot of the entrance shuffle. We know now that it tends to go a bit long, but still, I just always find it interesting. You must be thinking oh, it's, we're at 2 hours now. They must be just about to finish, and not knowing where they're at. Although I guess he was also expressing a lack of confidence, so that might have helped.
Yeah, there were some tips in chat.
And he just finished up as well.
Yeah.
You can see. He also did it silverless too, because he didn't check all of the chests in the cave he missed.
Oh, he just got the bow and scootled out.
Yeah.
And I don't see if anyone in chat was throwing them out, but we are coming up to that bonk number, so feel free to throw it, I guess, on that. Although boots were
pretty late.
Quite late.
Hi.
Hello.
When you outplay yourself because you get overstimulated by everything around you.
And GG nonetheless.
Ugh. Disappointed. Really disappointed.
Yeah.
I would have been in go mode 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, we kept seeing you go by around where that bow was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I went through the cave. I actually walked through it once.
Yeah, so when you went through, were you thinking oh, I'm just gonna pop back in there, or
at first I think but I guess my brain is hey, look at all these things I could do. I think I literally just want to explore the surroundings of the area, and I think I ended up finding like Hookshot Cave and then other things all at once, and I just completely pushed it out of my mind.
Yeah, it was definitely like a lot of things going on at that point, and you were a lot of unfortunate things too, where you were in places you kind of wanted to be, but then you get dumped off and you have no way of getting back. It seemed very difficult to route, to do things in the order you wanted to. The seed kind of pushed you around a little bit.
Yeah.
I just have to do a quick shout out. 2 bonks for BadmoonZ. Two.
Sounds
Oh
pretty good,
my
right?
god!
Only
In
2.
the big chest swamp. Come on, dude! You never leave that chest.
He didn't leave it, actually. He just opted to never go there. That's where you made a lot of time up, was finding the cane and the boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How early did you go into Swamp?
Right after I did Ice Palace.
Okay. Man, Ice Palace was a problem for me too. Also, I got to do that one 3 times.
Ugh. I missed the bomb jump so many times. I couldn't position myself with I usually use the boots to stop myself from walking off. Like, I am out of my comfort zone.
Thought I was gonna respect the dungeon and do it the proper way, and then I was still a key short.
Hell no, dude. I refuse.
Correct, because afterwards I had to do it bomb jump style.
And I think also BadmoonZ the first time you saw. I don't think you had hookshot or flippers. Andy did have them the first time he got there, though. But it also wasn't at the same time. You were on pretty different routes at that point.
Yeah, Andy
Someone was going to say something.
Sorry, Andy, you had the hook shot, the ice rod, and the flippers. Whereas BadmoonZ, you had the bow and the lamp.
Right.
Those were your segregations that kind of push your routing in different spots.
Yeah, the moment I went into the cave, when I went to the cave with the bow and lamp again, the light bulb flashed, and I was like, I am really, really dumb. I am an idiot.
Oh. Well, I will give you credit. We all saw, and there were definitely comments in chat about your absolutely amazing boss fights. I mean, just killer.
Like, my routing was so perfect, too. Like, I had so many detailed notes. Like, oh man, I could take the shortcut if I go this way, and if I could do this, I could go this. And I just overlooked 7 chests, and it's like everything turns to explosion.
Yeah, that can make all the difference.
And I knew by the time as soon as I found the bow, I realized everywhere I had been, so I immediately knew where Easter was. Like, well, great.
Oh, right. And someone in chat just reminded me that you also, if you had kept checking the chests in that cave, silvers were also there.
Yeah, I heard Gannon say that. She hit the silvers in 7 cave. I didn't care at that point. I was like, I am so far behind, probably. I just gotta get the hell out of Dodge.
We were like, when you left, we were like, oh man, those silvers were just right in that chest. But we figured that was what you were thinking. That it's just go.
Yeah.
Really rough of Ganon to rub it into.
Yeah.
Really though.
I like shoving my sword in you actually. Did you see me get the extra regular slash in?
I saw someone commented on chat about that. I didn't personally see it though.
Swag slash that doesn't actually do it. That actually doesn't. It does half of a spin's worth of damage. Well, it doesn't really help you unless I do it twice.
Someone also wanted to let you know, BadmoonZ, that after you found the boots and the canes, your dance was appreciated as well.
Oh yeah.
Great runs to you both.
Celebrate. Yeah, good games. Thank you for commentating and to the restreamer and the tracker and everyone.
I hope that everyone enjoyed the show at the very least.
Oh, we definitely did. Yeah, and I think we've got to wrap up here so that the Final Fantasy randomizer match can happen.
Sorry for taking so much time.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. they said they told us to take as much time as we want. It's fine. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you guys. The next match for the entrance shovel tournament is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. I will be back again, I think. So,
Who's playing?
let me open that tab.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
It is. I do have a tab open for it. It's Mikan and Orphis.
Nice.
And I will be here commentating with Dr. Bobtastic.
I'm cheering for my mystery boy, Mikan. Mikan. I never really know how to pronounce it.
I don't know either. I just guessed.
It's a mystery.
Mystery tournament buds.
But yeah, so thank you guys so much. And like I said, Final Fantasy Randomizer up next on here. So you don't have to go anywhere.
Be sure to follow both the runners too. Yeah, Andy and BadmoonZ. Show them some love. Follow the tracker too. Follow Bosley. He's freaking awesome. He's got minigame.
No one's gonna know who you're talking about because you're not saying the name properly, Act.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. I love you. Follow Act 2. Okay, I'm gonna head off.
Thanks for the great runs, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.